The letter that made my whole childhood a lie. I still hear the sound of my mom ripping open envelopes in the kitchen every Saturday morning, that crisp paper tearing, the metallic clink of her bracelets, the sharp smell of her coffee gone cold on the table I always watched from the hallway, clutching my old green dinosaur plush, afraid I'd break the quiet if I even breathed too loud. Her voice would echo down the hall, calling my name with that tired rasp that made me feel small and heavy. Even as a kid last week, I was digging for my birth certificate in her filing cabinet, the one with the broken drawer and the faded sticker from my third-grade spelling bee that she never took off. I smelled dust, dried-up glue, something sour, like spoiled fruit behind the folders. I found a thin white envelope sealed, my name scratched across it in ink that looked angry and rushed. My heart started pounding so hard I thought I might actually pass out. Full story on my profile, I opened it, and the first line nearly made me drop the paper. She wrote, "I never wanted to be your mother. I tried so hard, but I always felt like a stranger in my own house. You were the reason I stayed, and the reason I felt trapped. I never wanted this." I read it over and over. My hands went numb, my mouth filled with the taste of metal. My stomach flipped like I'd swallowed a handful of nails, and suddenly I'm 7 again, sitting cross-legged on the cold blue bathroom tiles, tracing the cracks in the grout with my finger, the smell of her vanilla soap stinging my nose. The window fogged up from her shower. I hear her singing quietly, but not to me. Never to me. When I asked her once why she always left the door open, she said it was so she could hear the phone, but I think it was to keep me out. The words from the letter crawled under my skin. I remembered every time she missed a school play, every time she set dinner on the counter without a word, every night she told me to turn down my music and go to bed. Her love was always on a timer, 2 minutes of small talk before she drifted away again. I tried to convince myself for years that she was just tired, that maybe I was hard to love, but reading her letter, feeling the jagged edge of her words, I realized I was only ever a burden to her. Every memory rewrote itself, like the year she forgot my birthday and I ate stale cupcakes in the garage just so I wouldn't hear her crying in the kitchen. I told myself I'd do better next year, but now I know it never mattered. My hands are shaking as I write this. The paper is still in my desk drawer. The corner's torn where I gripped it too hard. My whole body feels hollow, like I could shatter if someone looked at me for too long. I can't sleep in that house anymore. I can't look her in the eye. I just keep hearing her voice in my head, cold and flat, saying my name like it's something to get rid of.